Hello! I don't know how to start, so I just did that. Hi, this is my playthrough of EarthBound. This is one of my favorite games, and there's the other file. If you might recognize the name from another series I do. So this is just gonna be a very casual playthrough. I don't even know how much I'll be talking about the game. I never go with strawberry. I'll go with strawberry, I guess. And I guess we'll go with just the default names. I don't even know how much, honestly, I'm going to be talking about the game. I think this is going to be kind of podcast style. I hate saying the word podcast. Saying about it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Speaking of, here's food. Let's go with a different food, though, I guess. We'll use bread. Bread's such a weird one to me, because I've never known anyone who's made homemade bread, really. I guess we can go with pie. I think in the Japanese version it's honey pie, as in like what is it? The honey pie. It's a Beatles reference. They have a whole no, go with it. They have a whole naming scheme that's just the that's just how do I even say this? It's just like beetles, and then they have one that's just monkeys, which I appreciate. Monkeys are my favorite thing, which result in your favorite thing being ape, APE, all caps, like Ape Incorporated, the company that made this game, and I love that. I love apes regardless. According to the description of this channel, this is a channel dedicated to what's it called? Content relating to EarthBound and apes. And there hasn't been much ape content as of late. So I'm going to do that. Also, I do have the function to speed up. I am playing this on emulator. It's legal in my opinion. Because that's what matters, if it's legal in my opinion. Because I own this game several times over. I bought it several times. So I am going to no, I can do whatever I want. So this game runs very well on emulator. I played it recently, the Game Boy Advance port of it, and it looks awful, and it plays fine, but it also just sounds awful. The audio's awful because of how compressed it is, and it's been very refreshing to play this again. I actually can't hear the audio because of the way I've had to set up my recording program on my computer. So anyway, today is April 21st when I am recording that. Oh, look at this. Oh, wow. This is lovely. I've never used this one before. I usually don't like to use warmer colors. Is pink a warm color? I suppose pink's a warm color. So, yeah. In this experience, I want to offer you all a lovely... I made this in Minecraft. This Nest sprite. Going to... That isn't even up yet. It won't be up for a while. I am going to attempt to just give you guys a very casual playthrough experience of this. That's why this is called a playthrough. I consider Let's Plays more of a way for people to offer the game's experience to people watching it, while I would rather not do that. And walkthrough is a little too formal, trying to show you all these specific things. I'll show you some stuff I know about the game, but I am going to be primarily focused on just playing through it casually and talking about something I love. I like this guy. I want to return home, but the road is closed. People are taking this meteorite situation too seriously. Oh goodness, I'm sorry, I'm disgusting. What's this? South to the suburbs of Wanet. I don't understand the people who call it Onet. It's just, before I want to type this guy. Wanet police are infamous for closing roads if something goes on. We're going for the world record. In the Japanese version, in Mother 2, he says Guinness World Record, but they changed it because copyright. Anyway, I forgot even what I was saying. Onet. It's definitely Onet because then it's 2 son and 3, so it's obviously supposed to be like 1, right? Wow, I didn't even know you could go in Porky's house at this point. Oh, hi, Porky. My brother ran out of here to chase after the police car. He said, Picky, you should stay home. So I'm at home watching our house. Mom and Dad aren't home yet. They went out to an elegant restaurant. How late is this? I always imagined that this was happening at like 2 or 3 in the morning. Must not be that late. It must be like, I don't know, maybe it's like 10 o'clock or something. Wow, the lore is so deep. The pixel art in this game is gorgeous. Oh, I love it so much. Hello. Don't you know what time it is? Get your butt home, pronto. I like this officer here. I played through this game very recently, writing something out about it. A meteorite has landed, the sharks are running wild in town, you kids are wandering around, and I'm hungry. I hate my job. What a legend. Keep having to clear my throat. Had a dry throat the past couple days, which is why it's a good idea for me doing this auditory experience. But yeah, the pixel art in this game is just gorgeous. It looks incredible. I don't you want to talk about good looking SNES games. This is it. There's a bread roll. I love the presents. There's just so much personality in this game, as everyone ever has said. Hey Ness, hiya buddy. A meteorite fell down, went boom. It was a real mess for a while. I was fine because I always eat garlic and work out to help make my body I love this. I love how much personality there is. I almost told you about my, by the way, Ness, did you check my billboard? I wrote the message myself. That's my real job, you know. I'm a billboard guy. Why don't you check out my work? Treasure hunter. This liar exaggerates house. Anyway, I've never met anyone who said this game doesn't look bad. See, it's weird. I think the biggest misconception about graphics comes with like people who don't really understand video games. Like my parents, I tell them how much I love. I've told them how much I love this game as well as Mother 3, and they're like, "But aren't the graphics bad just because it's pixel art?" And I don't know. That's a stylistic choice. I mean, it's a bit back when this was created, it was a necessity because it was the only way to do it. But I mean, you know, by 2006 when Mother 3 had rolled around, like it was a necessity. It was the only way to produce. Wait, what the hell am I even saying? By the time Mother 3 rolled around, it was a stylistic choice at that point, and that game looks gorgeous. I never really I played both games recently, and man, the pixel art in Mother 3 is incredible. I never realized how like pastel oriented it was until recently when I was reading about it. I'm also recording this on April 21st, the day after the Mother 3 15th anniversary. I have no idea if we'll ever see that game. Oh, a little fun fact about these little blinds in the house. If you were to remove them, I don't know what the keys on the keyboard are to turn off sprite layers, but if you were to turn off the sprite layer, it would be daytime outside. They're just plastered there, so you don't know that. I actually have never checked the stuff in Ness's room. I keep leaving and coming back. Is there anything to check? No? I'm assuming not. I'm just trying to get into the rhythm of using the L button in order to do this. Hi, Tracy. That was weird. Huh. Like we shifted over a pixel for some reason. Anyway. Love this little touch. My land, who could be knocking at the door at this time of night? Would you answer it? What mother would make their child answer the door at this time? I also love Porky's little theme here. There's a good piece of alternate text up here. Come on. Anyway, okay, so that explains how Piggy gets up there. He eventually comes, so he's gone. Okay, I've never actually checked that part before. If you say no here, if you refuse me, I'll say something that'll cut you like a knife. It's hilarious. In the EarthBound animated series that never really went anywhere that Hardwick of Wynette made, like, I don't know, 15 years ago or something. A little less, 15 years ago, created, he has that line in the show, and it's hilarious the way it's said, it's produced. I don't even know. All right, now we are in Ness's classic and iconic clothing. Is there any way to check that? No. I try to learn something new every time I play, and I generally do. Do you want me to go with you? I guess I have no choice. Let's go. King joins you. I know a lot of people who never even knew that you could have King join you there. It's weird to me. My last playthrough, this was the first time I ever did this section of the game without him, and it just felt wrong. That day, last time I played this game, actually through, I did it pretty much all in one day, because this is the point I picked up at, because I saved here and stopped for a while. it was bizarre, I'll tell you. It was the first time I ever played through the game beginning to end in one sitting. The time before that, I played through on Mother 1+2 twice, I think, and this will be my second full playthrough on this platform. Total, I think this was my 6th playthrough, roughly. Oh my gosh, wow. 8 damage, that was very nice. Come on, King, come on, yes! Oh, I thought King was going to take him out. Alright, nope. So, throughout this playthrough, I'm just going to try to point out some differences to you between this and the Japanese version. It's very interesting to me. I read the comprehensive article that Clyde Mandolin, I want to say, wrote. Tomato. That was bizarre. The sprite didn't flip. Anyway, that Tomato wrote. If you don't know who Tomato is, he was the head honcho on the Mother 3 fan translation, which recently, yesterday, just got an update. Oh, damn. That was awesome. Got an update that fixed some bugs as well as changed some translation stuff, which was very nice. We hadn't seen a update to it in quite a while, I believe. I don't even remember the last time I saw Sensei saying about that. Alright. The color palette of this game is so gorgeous. It's so well directed artistically. I believe Shigesato Itoi directed this. Yeah, he directed this game and as well as Mother. His first time directing video games, and actually stepped down from Mother 3 and just was the story advisor. Anyway, oh yes, there's like 100, I think, I'm just gonna assume there's 100% chance of those guys leaving behind cookies because it never fails. Anyway, color palette's gorgeous. These are such well-directed games, and it's been very interesting to me. Sorry, goodness, my throat. It's been very interesting to me to see how Itoi he integrates so many things that he loves into it, particularly musical references, as well as like just pop culture references in general. There's a lot of references to like Eastern philosophies and like books on philosophies from like 100 years ago. All right, I thought I had less health than I did. Anyway, so there's a lot of like highbrow humor in this game that I would never get if it wasn't thanks to Clyde Tomato. Anyway, just gonna continue bashing it. Sorry, I'm drinking a Pepsi. I love my Pepsi. What is it? I'm recording this in college right now, and I like this. Hey Ness, I was too busy to investigate, but I heard a child's voice on the hilltop. I'm a busy man, but when I do a job, I do it well. I'm a man's man. Just seems like a good guy. Damn, the blues on their pants are so gorgeous. Presentation visually to me is so important in any sort of art, particularly video games and films. And but just speaking of how Itoi integrates so many things he loves into his games, even though he's retired from making video games, it just shows me how closely not related necessarily, but closely different arts work and how everyone really draws on each other. It's kind of a postmodernist game, which I know is a dumb, pretentious word, but it's just this idea, basically. If you don't know, postmodernism is just an artistic idea or belief that nothing in art is new and everyone's drawing on each other, which is the way I practice my own artistic endeavors. So it was very refreshing to realize that recently when playing the game, a game I love. Like I said, this is like my 6th playthrough. The first time I beat this game, I think it was 2016, roughly, about 2016 or something. Even though I tried to play it a million times, but I always got stuck at Threed. There was a YouTube web series I used to watch called, damn it, I've never done that before. That's awkward. Anyway, I used to watch this web series called EarthBound Sagas, which was just kind of like guys reenact. I think it was some of the founders of Starman.net actually, but they were just guys reenacting sections of EarthBound, and they went up through Tucson, I believe, and then they didn't do Threed. But that basically taught me everything I need to do it taught me everything I need to do for those sections of the games. And then once I got to Threed, I'd always get lost and not know what to do anymore, because although I love this game, it does demand quite a bit of the player, which it doesn't surprise me that this game, when released in North America, was always released with a strategy guide, because this is a this is a confusing game if you aren't familiar with it, particularly at later points. I don't know. I mean later points more so than others, but it's pretty confusing throughout once you're just kind of set free. Ness, buddy, I have something to tell you, and only you. Can you come visit me later? Alone? I wasn't sure. I'm not sure if the sting hit. That's like the mysterious thing said the sting. Oh well. Anyways, yeah, the blues in this game are gorgeous. It's really impressive to me how they sort of convey this dark moonlight, uh, just through pixels. It's such a beautiful art, really. And anyway, up here, love the Starman. I didn't realize that the Starman's design um, is a clear reference to what's called The Day the Earth Stood Still, the film from 1951. There's a lot of film references in this. One of them is the Sky Runner. In Japan, it's called the Skywalker, changed here for obvious reasons. I've been told that it's possible to die in this battle. I've never seen it happen. I may have seen it happen, actually, just, as in I've never seen it. It's never personally happened to me, but, I think I saw a video of it happening. Very interesting when that, when that happens, huh? Also, I'm going to be referring to Pokey as Porky. I might do it interchangeably, honestly. But anyways, I'm going to try to stick to Porky just because that is his official name, and even in America, actually, because it was retconned in Smash and Brawl. So, we will see. Anyways, I found out recently that the reason he's called Pokey in the United States is just due to kind of a translation mistake. Just because there were no allusions to the pigs that Porky becomes very affiliated with later in the series. Just because that connection didn't exist really explicitly in this game, the way his name translates can be Pokey, just because they don't have the R sound really in Japanese, so it's more like Porky, very soft R sound, which results in Peel thinking his name was Pokey. Anyways, I don't know why, though. Between Pokey and Porky, it seems like Porky would be more obvious just because he's obviously just like a pig. I don't know how to put it any more explicitly than that. I always thought that Porky's mom had a terrifying design. I always thought she had a horrifying clown face. It's awful. I feel like that's definitely the point, but I would like to reiterate that it did scare the hell out of me when I was little. And by scare me, I mean it just made me a little uncomfortable. Speaking in hyperbole of hyperbole. Whatever. Anyway, Onett. Yes. So you always have to press A when you're mashing through. You gotta press A for the first one, and then remember to press B on the second one, so that you don't accidentally have to hear the story again. Yeah, we get the sound stone. Very nice. It's weird. I was thinking about it today. Those pre-renders. I'd love to see an EarthBound prototype. Those pre-renders where Ness doesn't have the backpack, as late in development as like a few months before the game released, I believe. Oh gosh, here's the point when the lighting changes, and it's gorgeous. Oh wow. The movement's so fluid in this game too. There's really just no game like EarthBound outside the series. Even Mother 3 and Mother offer very different experiences than this one. That's something I really enjoy, how unique all of them are. You can say there are similarities between EarthBound and Mother and EarthBound Beginnings. I never want to say EarthBound Beginnings. I always want to just say Mother, so I think I'm probably just going to say Mother. Won't hold myself to that, though. Anyways, Mother. Though there are similarities, particularly in character design, they're really not that similar of games. The combat works completely differently. Obviously, there's the rolling HP in this one, which is one of the most ingenious integrations into an RPG game. It really turns into an action RPG because of things. I used to think that because of that, but I used to think that come on. Oh. I used to think that the text scrolling was a difficulty setting, like a soft difficulty setting, but apparently it actually, at least in EarthBound, doesn't really affect anything. I don't know if that's the case for Mother 3, though. Mother 3, another great game. Each time I play this game, though, I love it more. I gotta be honest. My first time coming back to it recently when I played it, the Game Boy Advance version, which is an inferior version, I remind you, I was like, wow, there's some really bad design choices in this game. And I'm not going to back down from the claim that the game's not perfect. It does have some design choices that aren't fantastic. Once I played a second time, I realized it wasn't quite as... It was more my fault, obviously. Anyway, I'm doing this because I trust you. First, let's go to the basement. I can tell by the look on your face you don't want to hang out, do you? That's alright. After all, you're not even related. I know you think I'm a big liar, but maybe I'll surprise you. This guy reminds me of Kramer for some reason. That just dawned on me. I've never even made that connection before. One of the few like animated sequences like this in the game. I enjoy this quite a bit. I don't usually do this part of the game, but I've figured out recently how important it is to the lore. There's a magic butterfly down here. Huh, I haven't seen that before. So Ness, buddy, I found proof of a great treasure, a huge haul. Yeah, ha ha ha. I'll show you, but you're the only one. Come on. Jerry. Aw, man, has anyone ever named the characters after the Seinfeld characters? That's probably happened. If this is a sign of what lies below, I just need a little time. My destiny is to find and dig up buried treasure. I eat garlic and work out and keep strength in myself. Go home now. You're getting in the way of my work. You may start to get greedy thoughts. Can I check it? The golden statue is glowing strangely. I never realized how, like, I knew that this was in the game. I've known this is in the game since I was like 7 or 8 years old when I was first introduced to the game, but it never dawned on me just how integral that is to the lore of this game. I mean, obviously it's still a big mystery of it's like, where did this Manny statue even come from? But I was reading about the lore of the whole series a little bit recently, and some are saying it was like an artifact left over by Gygas when he fought the tribe that built the pyramids, and it was a theory that it was like a leftover artifact to set up for an invasion in the future. Anyway, runaway dog. I do enjoy the simplicity of some of these character designs. I also love the creativeness of them later on. The Starman is such an awesome... It's just such an incredible design for an enemy. It's a lot of fun, and it's very simple. Spiteful Crow. It always amazes me how far into the game you have to get before you can... before you can avoid spiteful crows, because if you get into a fight with 2 of them, you're going into that battle. Anyway. Oh, this guy's not afraid of me. I like going up there because it also gives me an opportunity to fight some more enemies, because it gives us an opportunity just to get some more grinding in before going to 1-hit. Obviously there's going to be better enemies to grind on. That came out kind of weird. Anyway, speaking of, let's see, how many experience to the next level? 1. Wow, okay. Anyways. Yeah, in 1-hit there's going to be better enemies to get experience points from, but they're hard. They're very difficult to fight. Okay, here we go. We're going to get to level 4, I assume? I can't remember. I'm not sure how often I'm going to update this series. I'll try to complete it. I just don't know if I'll have the time, particularly this summer. I'm going to be working, saving up, going to be... Let's see, is this level 4? Yeah, level 4. Trying to save up to buy some big things soon. I also want to work on some personal projects, so I'm not sure. But I'm going to try to keep this channel going as much as I can. I love talking and working with the EarthBound series. Why did I just eat that cookie? I'm just going to go in here and heal up anyway. Anyways, what did I make our food again? Pie? Eat some pie. There we are. I don't understand the theory of people. There was a video I saw that tried to explain the lore of EarthBound in only a few minutes, and they said that Nintendo was Ness's dad, which is completely untrue and totally unfounded and just a total guess. That bugs me. I don't know why that's even a thing. Okay, there you go. So 60 experience from our next level. Generally, before you fight Frank, at least in my opinion, my rule is I always get to level 8 first, because that's when you learn your custom PSI move. This is the first time I've actually gone with a PSI. I've named the PSI move something else than Rockin'. I usually go with the canon names for this game. That other file where I have Ness named Lane, which on that file I just went with all the default names that are the last option before it rolls back over to net. Why do I keep missing? Come on, there we go. Oh dang, that was a nice sizable hit too. Anyways, I actually like the name Lane for Ness. I just don't like in that naming scheme Paula then becomes Jane, because I don't like their names rhyming. It just annoys me. I don't know, it sounds wrong to me. Lane and Jane. It sounds like, I don't know, it gives me weird, like, brother and sister vibes, and I know that's like a weird, definitely just me thing, but it makes me feel weird. Anyways, I do not know if I'm gonna get the map. Do I want the map? I'll get the map. A library is a nice place to learn stuff. I got a lot of info about EarthBound. You can borrow maps for nothing. This is so weird and meta. We'll get a map. We can just place in the Escargot Express if we don't need it later, but it's nice to have, just for the sake of, I don't know, newcomers to the series. At Giant Step, there's a monster guarding that spot from the outside world. No one knows when the monster made Giant Step its territory. I wonder if he's stronger than my wife. That's I forgot about that line. That's funny. A man of few words. It's useless talking to him now. I wanted to talk to that guy because I like that he's one of the few NPCs in this game that kind of gets an overarching story throughout the game. Oh, hey, there's a magic butterfly. Get over here. Get over here. So anyways, as I mentioned, I have this option to speed up the game since I'm playing on an emulator, but I'm going to try to only do it in cases like this where we're fighting enemies that we've fought several times before. So I'm going to try not to overuse it, because I don't want to. There's no reason to rush. Get over here. Oh, I thought I get the back sprite. Well, I always call them back sprites just because I'm in my Mother 3 mode, but I know that there aren't back sprites. I didn't mean to use life up. I meant to use the cookie, but oh well. What does this say? Traveling Entertainer Shack. Right. These guys also have Porky's mom's face on them, which is kind of freaky. But anyway, heading down here to One-Ets. Here we are. The arcade is full of sharks. I can't play there. Hi. I like that there's no penalty for just stepping in front of cars. I think that's awesome. I wish that was the case in real life. Hamburger, one of the most, like, iconic... See, I used to think that was, like, one of the most iconic things about EarthBound, that hamburger in the trash can, but now that, like, looking back on it, I'm not so sure. I have $20, okay. You know what, I'm actually gonna save at the hotel. So I think I'm just gonna take out all my money. So, woof woof. I'm Rafini the dog. I'm being possessed by the spirit of the game designer. Rough. Do you see the window showing HP and PP at the bottom of the screen? When you go to a store that has equipable items, this window will either flash, look normal, or become black. If you're allowed to equip an item, it's stronger than your current one, the window will flash. If the item's power is equal or less than your current equipped item, the window looks normal. If you can't equip an item, the window is black. Rough. I thought you'd like to know. Now it's time to become a regular dog again. I wanted to talk to Rafini because his text will change later, and I just like it. Okay, so, already have the cracked bat. I guess we'll go with the T-ball bat. I don't know why I said I guess. We definitely will. We want that. We can sell the cracked bat for $9. Oh, that sucks. We don't have enough for the cheap bracelet. We need that cheap bracelet. You don't want the yo-yo, because even though the yo-yo is stronger than the T-ball bat, I think it said it was stronger than the T-ball bat, it is also... Can you walk up through here? Probably not. No. It's also misses like 1 in 5 times, which in EarthBound translates to missing all the time. You also don't want to get the baseball cap they got in there, because if you just go over here and go up here, talk to this kid, I'll give you my Mr. Baseball cap. I know you've wanted it for a long time. It's the best cap for someone really brave like you. And you get the Mr. Baseball cap, which is even better than that. Is this on the other? Mr. Baseball, yeah. And that raised your defense to 9, which is really important for this point in the game because there are a lot of annoying enemies in 1 hour right now, and don't want to have to deal with that. The dying in EarthBound, I'll tell you, the penalties are a lot harsher than they are in whatever Mother 3, because Mother 3 you get all your PP back and everything, and this you have 0 and you have to spend money staying somewhere. Also though, but to be fair, Bow Wow, don't you think you'll be needing a weapon? Did you know the drugstore sells things you can use? I knew about it, and I am a dog. To be fair though, in Mother 3, money doesn't come around as easy as it does in EarthBound. I complained about not having enough money for the cheap bracelet, which we will be getting. But to be fair, yeah, he just placed. Oh, damn, that sucks. Anyway, you want to save here just because I didn't want to spend the extra $1. Oh my gosh. Oh, I thought I pressed end there. Anyway, want to save here just because it's free instead of the $1 you have to pay there, and money is a little scarce at this point in the game, but later it doesn't. It becomes an object. I love Ness's diagonal sprite. I think it's awesome. Do you want to meet Frank? You don't want Frank to beat you up, do you? Well, I gotta tell you, Pogo Punks annoy me. I don't know, something about them just ticks me off. I don't know why. All the sharks designs kind of annoy me. Oh, come on. Whew. Didn't want to miss there. Oh, I want to mention, I've never beaten this game without dying, so there is a good chance we are going to die. Each time I die a little less, which is nice, but I just want you all to know this isn't a professional playthrough in that regard at all. Use that. Do you want to start a fight or what? So I like to fight all the stationary. Oh damn. Oh, that's not good. Okay, well I have PSI, I can. Oh gosh. Fall. Nope. Okay, I'm going to. That first death might be quicker than we imagined. Oh, dang it, that sucks. Another. Oh, damn, I forgot. I had $90 on me. Oh, that sucks. Another penalty in EarthBound is that when you die, you lose half your money. So I should have paid attention to that. It's going to be easier once we have the money we need in order to. 18 bucks. Okay. Once we can get that cheap bracelet, things will also become easier. $64. That's not terrible. I like fighting the stationary sharks first, just because I feel like I have a little bit more control. I just wasn't anticipating. Oh, damn. Phew. I forgot to. I'm glad this was out here because I definitely already forgot that I don't get my PP back. Oh gosh. Okay. So that guy's coming up here, I think. Oh my gosh, those guys are annoying. Let's just go around, swing around. I really like the music in this game. I feel like everyone does though. So I'm not gonna pretend like I'm, oh gosh, those guys are still over here. So I'm just gonna lead this guy over here so that I can fight him on his own. He'll be more manageable that way. What is he? Oh, well, Yes Man Jr. I guess is a little easier to deal with. I thought he was gonna be a Pogo Man. I also don't know exactly how long these episodes are going to be. We're running a bit long right now, but I don't... Bag of fries, okay. That's good. Anyway, I'm just going to kind of go until I feel like stopping. Like, there'll be some times probably where I have to stop at a certain point, but for now... Oh, okay. I do not know why I'm not getting these, like, red and green swirls. It's weird. It might be the ROM I'm using. Anyway. Oh. I just realized I haven't been speeding up. Anyway. Doesn't matter. So, I like this kid. What? You want to meet our boss, Frank? He's in the backyard of the game arcade thinking about peace and love. You might want to visit him. Something about that tickles me. I think it's funny. I like how aggressive this game's humor can be sometimes. The overall, I don't know, this was before Corky had a cringe name. Ugh. Cringe is another word I don't really like saying. It just sounds yuck, you know? 13 XP, very nice. Oh, damn, that's a good level up by 14, wow. I I guess we'll use a hamburger. I should use the bag of fries. Oh well. I want to get to that trash can. I think it has a protein drink in it. Doesn't heal much, but at this point in the game, it's nice to have the option to have just... Oh, wow, that was good. It's nice to have the option just to be able to have some weaker healing items. Is weaker the right word? I guess weaker healing items. It was a can of fruit juice. It was not a protein drink. I'm sorry. I am a liar. Oh, I almost forgot. We're going to want to go back up to the drugstore. Probably because I think our dad's probably deposited enough money in our bank account to get that cheap bracelet, which would be nice, but also because of another reason. Okay, very good. So we need $34, and I like withdrawing exact amounts just for the sake of being able to carry as little money on me as possible. Oh, that's very nice. It's nice to just be able to carry as little money as possible. I should have withdrawn $1 more though, because I want to call home right now so that we can... Oh, I just got an email from They Might Be Giants, a band that a lot of people in the EarthBound community like quite a bit, because we want to call Mom, because this is something very important that on most of my playthroughs I've forgotten to trigger. Calling Mom will trigger Escargot Express opening up, which is something we're going to want later. Okay, so nice little map there. And I think we are going to end out this first episode here. When I come back, I'll try to be already leveled up so that we can go straight to Frank and continue on in the game. But wow, there are not many people out here. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up. Again, don't really know how often I am going to be updating this series. I'll try to update relatively regularly, but I think we'll just take out these the guys in this arcade we can fight before we end off the episode here. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this first part, and if you didn't, okay, that's fair. I hope to keep this experience relatively casual, and I hope you all have a good one. Take it easy.